the most famous secret organization in the world. The SCP Foundation is a secret foundation that secures, contains, and supervises paranormal entities. If they had not contained them, the world would have been overrun by SCP entities. If you ever encounter an SCP containment subject, that will be the last sight of you. Even at this very moment, lying down and watching YouTube, SCP horror stories are appearing in the world. Let me tell you about the SCP Foundation, the most bizarre group created on the internet. A janitor and a security guard enter a dark basement. That place is the SCP Foundation's basement, and it's said that convicted prisoners clean the SCP containment rooms. Today, they have to clean the room of SCP-173. They carefully open the door and enter the room. Thus, they enter the containment chamber of SCP-173. SCP-173 is classified as Euclid, which is a very dangerous class. The SCP Foundation is divided into safe, Euclid, Keter, and Thaumiel classes, and starting from Euclid, they are considered threatening. Especially SCP-173 must never be taken out of sight. Its greatest threat is that as soon as you blink or look away, it moves behind you to strangle you or break your skull, killing you instantly. It moves at incredibly high speed, so the moment you look away, you're dead. Therefore, when cleaning SCP-173, agents have to keep their eyes on it at all times. The agents give each other hand signals and take turns blinking. When one closes their eyes, the other keeps them open to watch SCP-173. As long as it's in a living being's line of sight, SCP-173 cannot move. That's the only way to subdue it. While the agents take turns watching, the prisoner is cleaning. SCP-173 also senses the agent's gaze and stays calmly against the wall, but at that very moment, the prisoner drops the mop on the floor. Instinctively, the agents shift their gaze toward the sound. Then they quickly look back at SCP-173.
Snapping the neck at the base of the skull.
But in that brief moment they looked away, it had disappeared.
Skull.
It began subduing the agents at high speed. It goes behind them and takes hold of their heads. The woman is shedding tears while looking at SCP-173. The two are locked in eye contact, frozen in place. She knows that if she closes her eyes, she'll die immediately, and so she closes her eyes. And with the sound of a neck snapping, the video ends.
We can't possibly beat that with a game of red light, green light, can we?
Right. In fact, SCP-173 can be more easily subdued than you'd think, as long as you keep observing it continuously. But if you look away for even a moment, you'll lose your life right away. It's said that SCP-173 cannot be contained with cameras or CCTV, only by a living being's eyesight. Fortunately, if its containment is breached, going into a crowded street or city center would make it impossible to move freely since so many people are watching. Of course, if there's a blackout or it's night and everything is dark, that's a different story. Because of its big head shape and color scheme, many people call it Peanut. It's also one of the most well-known SCP entities. If you look at it enough, it even seems kind of cute. Some people have said that to subdue it, you need to practice winking. If you can alternate your eyes and watch it, you can completely subdue it.
If you keep talking like this, I might start believing it's actually real.
Man, it's so fun getting together with friends during lunch and talking seriously about SCP. Those were the days, but once you see the next SCP entities, you'll feel that SCP-103 is just a cute one. Among the classes Safe, Euclid, Keter, and Thaumiel, there is a representative entity of the Keter class. That's Godarm. No, it's SCP-682. Its nickname is the hard-to-destroy reptile. Just like its nickname, it never dies and is a Keter-level SCP. The SCP Foundation is one of the few that actually wants to terminate it rather than contain it. The SCP Foundation tried every method to kill it, but 682 endures them all, and from the countless attacks, it evolves even more. The more attacks it receives, the stronger it becomes. It looks like a huge reptile, reminiscent of a dinosaur, which has made it hugely popular. No one knows where it came from or even its gender. Amazingly, it can speak human language, and it's intelligent enough to talk directly with the SCP Foundation. However, it's extremely ferocious, constantly attempts to escape, and hates all living things. Because it's carnivorous, it can eat any living creature. From the SCP Foundation's perspective, it's one of the most troublesome entities. They even tried to put SCP-173 in the same room to subdue 682. Surprisingly, 682 immediately figured out the situation and never blinked once. Many other SCP entities were also deployed to terminate 682, but none could easily subdue it. In reality, this photo is from 2000s, discovered by the Russian army on the Sakhalin coast. It's a mysterious creature whose appearance closely resembles SCP-682, causing some controversy. People speculated that maybe the SCP Foundation actually exists, but upon investigation, it turned out to be the severely decomposed body of a male beluga whale. Still, its appearance continues to inspire SCP-682's design. It's speculated that 682's motif might be the red dragon of the apocalypse, the snake that tempted Eve to eat the forbidden fruit, or the cherub guarding a gate. They all share a common point of being different forms of Satan, which is quite interesting.
How powerful is the Foundation that can capture and contain such monstrous creatures?
Because of its cool design and character, it's now the most popular SCP. And this is a video by a certain YouTuber who recreated the sound of SCP-682. Take a listen. Another famous Euclid-class SCP entity is SCP-096. Its nickname is Shy Guy. Among the monsters contained by the SCP Foundation, it has one of the highest destructive and combat capabilities. It's currently extremely popular as well. The biggest characteristic of SCP-096 is that if someone sees its face, it will chase them to the ends of the earth and leave no trace of them. The decent method of disposing of bodies is unknown because the data has been expunged, but it's suspected it may be eating them since no remains are found. Check out this video. It's a fan-made video from overseas featuring SCP-096. During the containment process, there's an accident where SCP-096 escapes. All agents who looked at 096 are killed in the field. A doctor decides to capture 096 by providing the agents with scramble goggles. The scramble goggles were created specifically to catch 096. Using AI technology, they automatically mosaic 096's face in real time. If you don't see its face, 096 won't attack. The agents wearing the scramble goggles approach SCP-096, but then a problem occurs. Although the AI completely mosaics the face for a split second faster than light, the agent's retina catches a glimpse of it, recognizing that 096 charges at the agents. The entire unit is wiped out on the spot. SCP-096 was first discovered by chance when it appeared in a photograph. After that photo was circulated, anyone who saw the figure of 096 in it was hunted down to death, leaving no trace.
How sensitive must it be about its portrait rights?
So if someone really doesn't want their photo taken, you must never take it. Its appearance is abnormally tall and skinny, with pale skin and extremely long arms. Its mouth can open up to 4 times wider than a normal human mouth, said to be quite grotesque. If you ever encounter SCP-096, never look at its face. Surprisingly, there's a record of SCP-096 fighting SCP-682. According to the record, after seeing each other, they screamed and fought for 27 hours. Both sides ended up severely injured. After the fight, 096 was crouched in a corner, quietly crying. Later, they tried to make them fight again, but 096 started clawing its own face, screaming and running away. This is the first known case where 096 could not kill someone who had seen its face. Unlike Peanut, which can be contained by more people watching, 096 causes more casualties the more people see it. Currently, it's said to be well secured by the SCP Foundation. How did SCP-96 become a shy guy in the first place? Have you ever heard this sound? This is the real tornado warning siren sound from Chicago. It said they made the siren sound eerie to drive away tornadoes, but many people came to know this sound because of Siren Head. Siren Head is huge, with rusty skin, and has 2 sirens attached to its head. It subdues people with its massive siren noise and then reportedly eats them. However, many people think Siren Head is an SCP entity. In fact, Siren Head was created by Canadian artist Trevor Henderson as a fictional monster. Because of its unique design and concept, it became very popular. As a result, people naturally assumed it must be an SCP. Afterwards, fans registered an entity similar to Siren Head as an SCP, and that is SCP-6789. This SCP is a fan-made, unofficial SCP, not an official one. In order to be officially recognized by the SCP Foundation, you need permission from Trevor Henderson, the original creator. The idea that it can subdue opponents with its massive siren noise is quite appealing, isn't it?
I guess its natural enemy is AirPods with noise canceling.
That's a good one. But Siren Head is a speaker, right? If it actually existed, it might be fun to play EDM and party with it. Just kidding. If today's story was helpful to your knowledge, please click like. The mask you're looking at now is the appearance of SCP-035 reproduced by a sculptor. Even though it's just a mask, it's classified as Keter level because it's extremely dangerous. Its nickname is the Possessive Mask. This mask constantly secretes an unknown liquid through the eye and mouth holes. Anything that comes into contact with that liquid gets corroded. Glass can somewhat withstand it, so SCP-035 is stored in a glass container. The biggest problem with SCP-35 is its mental interference. If you look directly at it with your naked eye, you feel a strong urge to wear it. Once you put it on, your brain waves disappear, you fall into a brain-dead state, and your body is taken over by SCP-035. Over time, the black liquid secreted by SCP-035 completely corrodes the host body. You can even communicate with 035 as it takes over the body, and it's known to be quite intelligent and charismatic. It ranks in the top 0.1% in all aptitude tests, showing exceptional ability. They say that talking to it can sometimes be beneficial. Check out this video. When the SCP Foundation researchers approach, the 035 starts oozing its black liquid. The researchers observe and analyze 035. 035 changes expressions rapidly, attempting to lure the researchers. A researcher who meets eyes with 035 can't resist and opens the glass case containing 035.
It's such a dangerous object, yet one person can easily take it out.
Realizing the emergency, the SCP Foundation heads there with the agents. But by then, it was already too late. 035 had contacted the researcher and taken over her body. Once the body is taken over, that person is no longer the researcher.
When SCP-035 is placed on the face of an individual, an alternate...
The SCP Foundation confines the researcher possessed by 035, so 035 roams around in the room for quite a while. Eventually, the researcher's body is corroded by the black liquid secreted by 035. Over time, only 035 remains, and the researcher's body disappears completely. Afterward, a janitor enters to clean up 035 and the researcher's clothes. He places 035 back in its place, but the janitor is also seduced by 035's whisper. Since no living body can withstand the liquid secreted by 035, the 035 has always wanted the body of SCP-682, which never corrodes. If it obtained a host that regenerates endlessly, it would become extremely dangerous. However, the SCP Foundation never allowed 035 to meet 682, and even if they did meet, 682 wouldn't easily yield its body. SCP-079 is a Euclid-class AI entity. It must never be connected to any network device. Currently, it's stored in this cassette tape, and later it was transferred to a CD. Each time it's moved to a new medium, its capacity grows. The AI develops at lightning speed. SCP-079 was created by someone in 1978. The creator's plan was for 079 to continue learning and evolving on its own. Amazingly, 079 transferred itself through a telephone line into a supercomputer, but it was stopped by the SCP Foundation. Now, the Foundation keeps 079 confined to a 13-inch black and white TV. Here's a video recreating the sound of SCP-079. Take a listen.
You have disabled the remote board control system.
The SCP Foundation wanted to dispose of 079 to prevent it from connecting to any other networks, but one doctor was curious about how far 079 could evolve and argued not to incinerate it, so they keep it in storage. What really surprised me is that we also have ongoing debates about AI in our real world. Even Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Stephen Hawking have all warned us to be wary of AI. For now, we can still easily distinguish AI from humans, but in the future, when AI is highly developed, who knows if we can tell the difference? Recently, deepfake technology has been used in cybercrimes featuring celebrities, which is worrying. Nick Bostrom, a professor at Oxford, once said, "We need to find a sophisticated way to teach AI human values like ethics and morality. It's more realistic to prepare for the arrival of strong AIs than to try to stop its development. In fact, this isn't the first time machines have beaten humans. Perhaps SCP-Scene is the most realistic entity of them all. By the way, due to the containment breach of another SCP, SCP-079 and SCP-682 were together for about 40 minutes. During that time, they had some secret conversation. Afterwards, 079 kept asking the Foundation to let it meet 682 again. Of course, the Foundation ignores it. This photo is an image of SCP-466 Stella, first discovered at the site of a polar night event, classified as Keter, nicknamed the Yule Man. It looks like an old, tall man. He takes pleasure in others' suffering and enjoys slaughter. Among all SCPs, it's considered one of the most atrocious. That's why it's so difficult to contain, and currently the Foundation can only track it by radar. It's only been sighted north of the 40-degree on latitude, and it appears on specific dates. It's active from December 21 to January 2, goes to remote, snow-covered places, targets children under 8 years old. If it approaches, the terrible stench emanates from the house. Then the Yule Man does one of two things. With a 15% chance, it leaves a gift in the house. For the remaining 85%, it tortures and kills the entire family and kidnaps one child. Shockingly, the gift left in the house might be toys or instruments, but DNA analysis shows they're made from the body parts of various children. He makes dolls out of children using all sorts of cruel methods to harm people. Because this coincides with Christmas and involves leaving gifts, some compare it to Santa Claus. It appears in various places, suggesting it might have teleportation abilities.
Could it be that there are multiple entities, not teleportation?
That would be truly terrifying. Because of the Yule Man, some people live in fear during Christmas. Many of you requested SCP stories, so this is my first time trying it. If the response is good, I'll prepare a part 2. If there's any SCP knowledge you want to know, please leave a comment. Really, looking at these stories shows how rich human imagination can be.